Good morning, Patriot Posse. I hope you all slept well, and I hope you're having a wonderful morning. Let's get her started.
God gave us light, but somebody hit the breaker. Lost in the dark till I met my maker. Fighting for peace while I'm here on God's acres. Love thy neighbor. I don't even hate haters. They say don't be violent in the face of my traitors. We can talk about it later. My savior came in flipping tables. I'm a crusader. My heart is my anchor. The angels are crying and smearing their makeup. You dance with the devil. I march to their cadence. Feeding my kids with the fruits of my labor. I paid all my payments, I'm all out of patience, so save all your statements. You say from your basement, I stand on the pavement and fight for my people against you dictators.
Hear the cries of the crusaders, show them what we're made of. I put my armor on. Hear the cries of the crusaders, show them what we're made of.
I stand for what's right. Even if I stand alone, I'd rather be losing this battle than winning while fighting for something that I know is wrong, known all along. I have a purpose, gotta reach my people. Ain't no common ground on the battlefield that we're standing on. It's a war going on of good and evil. I'm a crusader, screaming my prayers. I'm hoping that God hear my word and find favor. Speaking my truth and my tongue is a razor that open the wounds leave the devil disabled. I'm standing in light, so the darkness around me, my heart keep on pounding, the trumpets are sounding, I'm not backing down and they're counting me out, but I just keep on counting.
Hear the cries of the crusaders, show them what we're made of. I put my armor on. Hear the cries of the crusaders, show them what we're made of.
Morning, Patriot Posse. Sovereign Stone, Sovereign Canadian here. Spied on by the Canadian government, shadow banned across North America and deplatformed worldwide. The best channel you've never found. Now do you realize to realize the real lies? If you found me, Q Team Canada, or any of the agents, you're on your way. A1, I hear you're out. I'm glad to hear you're out, brother. Now we just need to get Margaritaville up here, out of there, and we'll have this all sorted. Now, I want to talk quickly about some things that I covered in the last few videos. Israel on the 8th announced that they're training for the first time. Every soldier in the country is participating in a training exercise. A month-long training exercise called Chariots of Fire. This is straight out of the Bible. King 2 Kings chapter 2. And it came to pass when the Lord would take Elijah up into the heaven by a whirlwind, and Elijah went with Elijah from Gilgal. And Elijah said unto Elijah, Tarry here, I pray thee, for the Lord hath sent me to Bethel. And Elisha said to him, As the Lord liveth, and as thy soul liveth, I will not leave thee. And so they went down to Bethel. And the sons of the prophets were at Bethel, came forth to Elisha, and said unto him, Knowest thou that the Lord will take away thy master from thy head today? And he said, Yea, I know it. Hold your peace. And Elijah said unto him, Elijah, tarry here, I pray thee, for the Lord hath sent me to Jericho. And he said, As the Lord liveth, and the Lord's soul liveth, I will not leave thee. And so they came to Jericho. And the sons of prophets that were at Jericho came to Elisha and said unto him, Knowest thou that the Lord will take away thy master from thy head today? And he answered, Yeah, I know it. Hold your peace. And Elijah said unto him, Tarry, I pray thee, for the Lord hath sent me to Jordan. And he said, As the Lord liveth, and as thy soul liveth, I will not leave thee. And the two went on. And 50 men of the sons of the prophets went, and stood to view far off, and they stood by Jordan. The 50 men represents 50 days of unleavened bread. And Elijah is raptured. He doesn't die. He's raptured up into heaven on Pentecost. And the chariots of fire come down for him. So it comes down, you go down a little farther. And it came to pass, as they still went on and talked, that behold, there appeared a chariot of fire, and horses of fire, and parted them both asunder, and Elijah went up by a whirlwind into heaven. He was raptured into heaven on Pentecost. Do you see how all these things are lining up, pointing to Pentecost? So they started this action on the 8th of May, and it ends on Pentecost. The Israeli Defense Forces end this chariot of fire on Pentecost. This ties into the 50 days of unleavened bread and the 30-day difference between the 1290 and the 1260 Hebrew Enoch calendars. Now, I want to talk a little bit about something else that I've noticed. In almost all the old texts that I read and that I see, it's A before E, not E before A. They've inverted that to make it evil. I need you all to realize this. For some reason, the EA, it's supposed to be AE, Aarth, Aegelnon. I don't know where this is coming from, but it's something that I've been told I need to tell you all. It's AE, not EA. Old English is AE, it's not EA. So we live on Aarth? Aarth? I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. Another thing I wanted to talk about that I keep wanting to mention and I keep forgetting because I forget to write it down. EGI. Elite gender inversion. All of the people involved in child trafficking and Luciferianism, they're all at the top of the ladder in everything they do, whatever they are in, whatever form of commerce or whatever, they're at the top of the ladder. And the women are always men and the men are always women. You can even see this with Elon Musk's damned, whatever, his mom, dad, mom. All of them are involved in this. It's to fit into the society and to get into being ultra rich. It was the game you had to play. Now, something else I want to talk about is all these celebrities and Justin Trudeau in the Ukraine. You know he's not there. And anyone that you know that thinks he's there is a moron. Who controls the Ukraine's airspace? Russia. Russia's not letting any NATO allies or UN allies into the Ukraine for photo ops. Oh my God. It's all to wake people up. And Most people are oblivious to everything. They just keep getting spoon-fed drivel and falling for it, and it's pathetic. Like, none of them are there, folks. The Russians control Ukraine airspace. They aren't going to let people fly in and out for photo ops with dogs and whatever else. Concerts in a fucking bomb shelter. Really? This is all to just highlight how the narrative comes from the MSM and that they're all lying sacks of shit. So, there we have that. Now, there's something else I wanted to talk about. Up in the Yukon, there is an inn. I'm so bad with names. I had it all pulled up, but yet again, my kid closed them on me. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so the High Country Inn was owned by a guy named Michael Hale. Where Michael Hale sealed the deal for the sale of the High Country Inn, which was going to be used as low-cost government housing in the Yukon for people that live, because there's not enough low-cost housing up here. And there's a lot of homeless people as a result. Well, this guy seals the deal. He works for NVD, a property development company. He seals the deal for $10 million for the High Country Inn. And right after he seals that deal, he ends up becoming the head of health and social services in the Yukon. Right after he secures the sale of a building for the government, he becomes the head of government. I see you, Michael Hale. The Yukon sees you, Michael Hale. Apparently you like to try to sue people too. You can try to sue me with fraudulent legal system if you want. It isn't going to work. Because fraud vitiates everything, and I'm the guy that knows that fraud vitiates everything, and I'm the guy up here shitting on all the lawyers and all the judges, exposing all the truth. You want to butt heads? We can. I'm not challenging you, but we can. I'm unleashing a digital army on you, Michael Hale. I'm unleashing a digital army on you. Everything you own is going to be gotten through by my crew, by my family, by my friends. We're going to expose you, Michael Hale, just like we're supposed to. I'm going to fulfill my soul contract here on Earth, and I'm going to expose all the corruption, you included. I've seen a bunch of paperwork, and it seems to me that one person is signing both sides of the paper for selling and buying of properties up here. That strikes me as illegal too. So, we got a mission, folks. I'm going to share a bunch of stuff on my page after I post this video. And I would love for you all to do some investigating on Michael Hale, NVD, Northern Vision Developments Corporation, and the Yukon government. Let's play a game. This whole system's coming crashing down. All the lawyers, judges, justices of the peace, all of you are practicing law unlawfully and illegally. You've all been told not to practice any law not to do any law, because Canada's under military Gesara law. And you are all liars and thieves. You see, the military will take care of the heads of state and the heads of government, but everyone under them, that'll be me setting up the court of common law. And it'll be me sending the crews out to pick you all up and try you under the court of common law justice. My pledge to Canada is to clear the rats, the snakes, and the demons out. Bye-bye. That being said, folks, let's go to On This Day, because we know that past proves future and future proves past. We're 2 days away from May 1st on the Julian calendar. And after that, well, we're a week away from May 5th. 1811, conjoined chins. Oh my god. You guys are going to think I'm racist after this. Conjoined twins, Chang and Eng. I just said conjoined chins. They are Asian, but they're not chins. Conjoined twins Chang and Eng, who gained worldwide fame in the 19th century, were born in Meklong, Siam. 1846, U.S. President James K. Polk asked Congress to declare war on Mexico. I've never even heard of James Polk. He must have not been around for very long. 1885, American jazz cortinist King Oliver was born in Abend, Louisiana. 1888, American composer Irving Berlin, who played a leading role in the evolution of the popular song from early ragtime and jazz eras through the golden age of musicals, was born in Russia. It's funny, I've got a Russian friend whose name is German. That's his name. German. From Russia. 1884, railroad workers for the Pullman Palace Car Company went on strike, and the protest continued for several months until the federal government intervened. 1910, Glacier National Park was established in the Rocky Mountain wilderness of northwestern Montana. 1918, American theoretical physicist Richard Feynman was born in New York City. 1918 was also like the end of World War I? Or was it 1917? You figure that would be up here too. 1943, during World War II, U.S. troops invaded Attu, one of the Aleutian Islands captured by the Japanese in 1942. Pardon me. 1960, some 14 years after escaping from a prison camp, former Nazi official Adolf Eichmann was captured by Israeli intelligence agents near Buenos Aires. He was later taken to Israel, where he was tried, convicted, and executed. I doubt he was executed. They probably gave him a new life. 1981, American reggae star Bob Marley died of cancer at the age of 36. Well, we know he's still alive. And I thought he died from an infected toe. Hangnail or some shit. Whatever. 1997, IBM's chess-playing computer Deep Blue defeated Garry Kasparov in the last game of the 6-game match to claim a 3.5, 2.5 victory. It won 2 games and had 3 draws. It marked the first time a current world champion had lost a match to a computer under tournament conditions. 2010, Scottish-born British politician Gordon Brown officially resigned as Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, ending 13 years of Labour Party rule. May 11th, 1976, Ronald Reagan beat President Gerald Ford in the Nebraska Republican presidential primary. The former California governor got 55% of the votes. Ford won in West Virginia with 57% of the votes. Born this day, 1888, Irving Berlin, American composer. 1904, Salvador Dali, Spanish artist. 1918, Richard Feynman, American physicist. 1933, Louis Farrakhan, American religious leader. 1984, Andres Iniesta, Spanish football player. Featured biography today is Salvador Dali. He was born today in 1904 in Figueras, Spain, and he died in January 23rd, 1989 at 84 in Figueras, Spain. Featured event is 330 AD. New Rome established by Constantine. On this day in 330, Constantine I dedicated Byzantium, Constantinople, now Istanbul, as new capital of the Eastern Roman Empire, an act that helped transform it into a leading city of the world. Now, let's have a look at space weather and see if this X-Class shows up. It does. We have a new X-Class, folks. And it's a wowza. It's a biggin. It's an X-Class going up into the R3 zone, which is the lowest of the solar ray flux X-ray class flares, but still it's way stronger than M classes and C classes. So we got a few small sunspot groups coming towards us. Some are just going past us, and Enlil prediction, we're gonna get hit in about a day with some red and yellow from that X class. Sunspot progression has dropped a little bit, but it's still twice as high as it should be. And the radio flux, like I said, it's almost vertical. Bitcoin today is down to 29,728.22 American. That's the lowest I've seen it in years. It's collapsing. Hope everyone's ready. Looks to me like it's heading for a collapse for the 5th. Gold's at 1850.22, and it says it's up 16.5%, which makes no sense because it just dropped even more and it went up even more. So like I said, they're turning the SWIFT dials down and the intrinsic value dial up on the QFS. And prices that we're at now are going to drop back to whatever level they say, 70s, 60s, 50s, which means an ounce of gold is going to be lower but worth more, because everything is based off of gold-backed money now, or will be based off of gold-backed money, so you'll actually get the real value when you buy stuff. Yeah. That's about all I have for you all today. Like I said, after I post this video, I'm going to share a bunch of links for NVD, Michael Hale, and the Yukon government, and I would love for any of you all to go through it with a fine-tooth comb and see if you can find more than me, my wife, and a few other people that we know have found. Post it up. Let's put a light on this guy and make him uncomfortable. Michael Hale, you're dirty. And I'm gonna make you clean. No, I'm not. That's gross. Ew. Make yourself clean, you dirty bastard. Okay, folks, keep your heads up and your stakes on the ice. Live free and ride hard, and it takes the Neanderthal to uncover the truth. I love you all. If you've made a donation, thank you very much, and God bless you. If you haven't made a donation, thank you very much, and God bless you. I'm doing this for the kids and for all of you to wake up your friends and family, and that's the only reason I do it. But if you can contribute by donating, it's greatly appreciated, because struggling is definitely a daily event. And it's not getting any easier with the government cutting everyone off and paying less and less and less. So let's get through this and get the RV done. Keep positive thoughts. I love you all. Take care.